We're going to start like in 5 minutes. We just give everybody time and a chance to get onto the call. So just be patient. We're going to start in 4 minutes. Welcome everybody. You can have a pen and paper ready so long. If you've got the GoPro books, you can get it out. We're going to do the training according to the GoPro book of Eric Worre. So just be patient. We just give everybody a chance to get onto the call, and we will be with you in 3 minutes. Good evening, everybody. We will start in 2 minutes. We're going to start in 1 minute. Welcome everyone on this call tonight. Just the fact that you are here and online, you are winners already. And I just want to welcome Oliver tonight on this call. He will be the presenter of this training session tonight. Of course, he's the first Sapphire in South Africa and has earned a 6-figure income in his first 30 days. So we just want to welcome Oliver. Are you there, Oliver?
Hi, Amelia. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so I just want to give you a little bit of information why we decided to do this training. Neil Ferry, Kim McIsaac from Australia, Oliver and myself decided to do some training on the GoPro book of Eric Worre. You know that we really say that this book is like the Bible of network marketing, and this is the book that also helped Oliver to make a success in this business, and myself. So at first, when I started this business, this was the first book that I've read, and we just followed the steps that Eric describes in this book. So tonight, Oliver is going to present the first 2 chapters of this book, so you can have the book ready, and you can follow all the notes that Oliver made in this book. So we just thought that it will help you to kickstart your business as well. So welcome everybody, and welcome Oliver.
Thank you, Amelia. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is a summary basically of the notes I've taken of the first 2 chapters of this book. And I find that, the principles I learned in this book are really the core skills that you need to become a successful network marketer. And really, that's the industry we're in. It's actually a profession. A lot of people don't understand that, and that's what I'm going to be talking about on this call, and how important it is to take this seriously if you're looking to earn a significant income out of this as a business, or at least earn a lot of money, so you can do what you love to do while not having to worry about how much money you have at the end of the month. So if you have the book, please just make sure you're on the first chapter. Make sure you just have a piece of paper and a pen ready to take some notes. I'll start off with a little bit of background about why this network marketing business model, why this industry is just better right now than almost any other industry out there. And then I'll speak a little bit about how to actually become a professional. So let's start with the 4 ways people can earn an income. Okay. Firstly, there's blue collar work. So blue collar work is somebody that would be a doctor, for example, or maybe a dentist. And sure, there's specialized positions, and a lot of people look up to people with these qualifications. And of course, we need these people in society. But at the end of the day, we are now living in a time where there are more and more qualified individuals, but less and less opportunities available. And you have to still go and perform the activity or the skill consistently over and over again, or provide that service to earn an income. And I'm sure we would all agree it's a very difficult way to get wealthy. Not only that, I know for a fact that doctors now are earning a fraction of what they used to earn in the past, purely because obviously the economy right now in the state it's in, it's just not the same. We're just not living in the same period as we used to. The second way, which is probably the most common way, is the way most of my friends think. I'm sure most of the way your friends think is go to school, get a job, and keep working for somebody else and work your way up the ladder until you hopefully one day a manager or a CEO. And that, unfortunately, my friends, is a very outdated way to go about reaching financial freedom. It's probably actually the riskiest path you could take. Ironically, people think it's the safest. And the reason is because we're living in a performance-based economy. So just to give you a little bit of statistics to help you to just understand how scary the corporate world actually is. Just in South Africa, obviously we know where we are. Unemployment is phenomenally high. The statistics that they report are actually, I would say, 30 to 50% higher than what they even report. In the United States, they reported 10% unemployment. It's more like 20. That's a lot of people that are unemployed. I know in our current market, 200,000 jobs were made available, and there's 600,000 people that were unemployed that needed jobs. So you have a huge gap in how many people are looking for work and how much opportunities are out there. And that's why this industry, or this market right now, is the fastest growing industry globally, because we have a solution, whereas everyone else has just got problems. So working for someone by definition, and this is what my mentor Peter Sage taught me, is you're earning less than you are worth. Sit with that for a second. So when you work for somebody else, they wouldn't employ you if they couldn't make more money than what they were paying you. So by definition, you are getting paid less than what you are producing, or less than what you are. Exactly what you're doing when you're working for somebody else and building their dream. In sales, you could argue that you're somewhat your own boss. I hear a lot of people say, I'm in sales, so I'm my own boss. But when you're in sales, you still have to make a sale to earn the money. So you have to always consistently make. That's fantastic, but it's gone. In other words, you've made that money that year and it's gone. Whereas in this industry, you can have one great year that will pay you for 10 years. And that's because you're building something. You're building and you're leveraging off an asset which you're creating, which is your network. And that's really what I want to get people to understand. The asset of the future is your network. And I was privileged enough to spend some time this year with Robert Kiyosaki, who was speaking in South Africa just over a month ago, and in Cape Town, which is where I am right now. Beautiful, beautiful city. And I was speaking to Robert Kiyosaki, and I said to Robert, if you if you had to start over again, what would you do with your income? I mean, where would you put your finances? Where would you invest it? And I was just asking him quite a few questions because he wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And he said to me, Oliver, what would you do? And I looked at him, and then he said, no, I'm joking. He said, well, it depends, obviously based on what you want to do. But he's obviously a big fan of real estate. But if a lot of you don't know, he's a huge, huge ambassador and fan of network marketing. And he's actually written a book called Business into the 21st Century. And in that book, he talks about how when you actually start a network marketing business, you are truly, in essence, your own CEO, your own boss, and you can start to build a network, which is in essence an asset because you are leveraging off that network. And the asset of the future is your network. So that is quite a phenomenal, phenomenal book to read. Another great book to open your mind just to the power of this industry and where network marketing is growing. It is the fastest growing industry globally right now. $182 billion a year industry. It's phenomenally huge and growing faster than any other business. The third option you have is starting a business. And what I would like to say about starting a business is, firstly, 90% plus of businesses that start fail within the first couple of years, okay? And of those 10% that survive, 90% of those also fail, I believe, within the next 3 to 5 years, leaving you with a very, very small percentage that survive. And again, I underscore here, they survive. They don't thrive. It's probably less than 1% of businesses that start that thrive. The ones that survive are merely breaking even and just staying afloat. Doesn't mean that they're actually doing very well. So it's a vast majority of businesses that start that fail. In other words, you're choosing a path which is incredibly risky. Not only that, how much does it cost to start a business? I know right now, if you want to buy a McDonald's, you're looking into the millions. So if you want to purchase a franchise, good luck. And you still have to work a lot in that business, and you don't have freedom with regards to a lot of operational activities. A lot of that's handled and managed by the franchisor. So there's not too much flexibility there. Overheads, staff you have to employ, rent expense, legal fees. I could go on and on and on. It's not something that's a cheap experience. I'm sure we would all agree. So starting a business is something that's very, very costly and very time consuming. So that's another option, really. And if you just think about it, the economy we live in is going towards a completely result-based form of compensation. So if you were even a street sweeper, that you're going to get paid for, or you clean rooms, for example, you're going to get paid by the room. Okay. If you are in sales, you obviously you're only going to get paid for how many sales you make. Doesn't matter. There's no salary anymore. There's no wage anymore that you get every month. It's purely results based, and we're seeing it more and more and more in the corporate world. So you working harder to earn the same income, and you know what, work overtime if you just want to keep your job, because there's 10 other people or 100 other people lined up outside the door willing to work for the same amount of money as you are, and they're as qualified, if not better. So that's what you're looking at when you're going into the corporate world, or you want to work for somebody else. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't choose that path. And if you go on YouTube after this, I urge you, YouTube Robert Kiyosaki GoPro interview Eric Worre. And Robert Kiyosaki was interviewed this year by Eric Worre, and Eric Worre talks about how crazy you are to work for a paycheck, because by working for a paycheck, by definition, the more money you earn, the higher taxes you pay. The tax laws don't swing in your favor until you're an independent business owner. So if you are working for somebody else, you're an employee, you get taxed more. So you're working harder essentially for the government. And the more you work, the more tax you pay. So working from paycheck to paycheck, he absolutely says it's insanity. And he says it on national television. He says, you are insane. That's Robert Kiyosaki's words, and he is a financial guru and somebody that's multi-millionaire. So I would definitely take his advice and do a little bit of research into that. And then obviously the next way is obviously now network marketing, which is this industry which is just taking the world by storm. And a lot of people have a sour taste about this industry, and the reason is because they're ignorant to the business model. That's really what it is. They don't actually understand what it is professional network marketers do. And what professional network marketers do is very different to what most people think we do. But just before I go into the difference between professionals and amateurs, the industry in general, as I said, is the fastest growing industry globally. The reason right now it's so appealing is because of the low barrier to entry. Anyone can get involved in a network marketing business. There isn't an intensive startup cost. So you can literally start this business no matter what background you come from, whether or not you have an education, whether or not you know a certain person. There's no discrimination, which is fantastic. It's global. You can have a business in almost any country in the world. So you're not restricted by location, which is phenomenal, and you can earn profits, not income. In other words, if you work hard to build a network, that network will end up earning you income while you sleep. The last thing is you're rewarded for performing, and that's what I really like. Is if you're working now in the corporate world, the harder you work, you don't get incentives anymore because there's 100 other people looking for your job. So you just got to work harder to just keep your job. Whereas in network marketing, you work harder and you win trips, you win incentive cruises, you get bonuses. Amelia just got a $6,000 bonus just last month. That's about 80,000 Rand in South Africa. That's a phenomenal amount of money to earn in just a 30-day period. And that was just her bonus. I qualified for that bonus too. A couple other people in Africa and around the world did as well. But no one would give you an 80,000 Rand bonus for working hard in a corporate job. That's just expected of you because you know what, you're lucky to even have a job. So you have to think to yourself, am I happy to work harder for the same amount of income, or do I want to actually choose an industry which is going to reward me and promote me for working hard? I would definitely take the latter one. So the difference between a poser, amateur, and a pro. As I said, posers, generally what it is it's not really their fault, guys. And this is what you have to understand, is we all brought up hearing things, and I call them our limiting beliefs. So for example, I'm sure we've all heard money doesn't grow on trees, or you're just not good enough, or only so and so can do that. And what happens is we hear these things so many times. The biggest one, you have to go to school, get a good job. So you go to school, get a good education so you can get a job. And we hear these things and we believe that's what we have to do. That's the only way that we can go about everything to reach our goal. And really, that's not true. Those are limiting beliefs. And this industry, unfortunately, has an aura about it that it is, not what makes itself out to be. And 90% of people in this industry drop out within the first 3-4 months. They don't actually make it. It's 10% that end up succeeding in the industry or doing well. But if you look into any corporate position, I've done the research. If you look at any profession, professional sports, professional business, it's always a small percentage that are very successful. And it's because they apply themselves and they master that chosen field. Okay, and this industry of network marketing is a profession. And amateurs are the people that start to realize that network marketing is spelled network marketing, not net easy marketing or net let's think about it marketing or net sit marketing, and it'll just happen. So this is an industry which, obviously, like anything else in life, if you want to master, takes dedication and takes time. And I can tell you, to play tennis at the level I played at, you had thousands and thousands and thousands of tennis balls. Obviously, getting a great tennis coach helps speed up the process. Same thing with network marketing. Find somebody that's a fantastic network marketer. We have an incredible team, as I'm sure everyone on this call knows. We have Paula Pritchard, we have the Global Partners Group, we have me, myself, Amelia, Kim McIsaac doing these amazing trainings for you every week. All you have to do is take advantage of them. Make sure your team are on these trainings. Make sure they're reading the GoPro book, applying this information. We have so much out there for you guys. If you just ask questions, we will keep giving you the answers that you need to go pro. And it's just a matter of time. And it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So patience is key. Pros understand that. I mean, in my first month in this industry, I made 0 rand and 0 cents. Okay, and that was when I was 19 years old. I started doing network marketing part-time to just earn a little bit more money because the tennis coaching wasn't really giving me enough to travel and play the tournaments I wanted. And I didn't make any money in my first month, but I aligned myself with somebody who was earning a 6-figure income in the industry, and he gave me the Eric Warwick Go Pro book. And I had read that book, I'm not joking, I would say 20 times. Listen to the audio every day in my car. I never listened to the radio because the radio is not teaching me anything. And before I knew it, I was starting to earn 20,000 rand a month, and it just went up from there. Because I started to apply myself and realize this is a profession. And there are a set of core skills in this book that are outlined that I believe all professional network marketers need to master in order to be successful. And that's what pros do. They master a core set of core competencies or skills. And once you've mastered those skills, you're good to go. The last thing I like to say about the professionals is they know where they're going, period. In other words, as Paula Pritchard said, that when you speak to other people, let them know that you are going to go to the top with or without them. You would love to take them with, but whether or not they want to come, you're still going. And that's the posture you need to have, the vision you need to have. And people follow people with vision. I'm sure most people follow. Most people follow. There's very, very few leaders out there, and that's why to become a leader takes you to step outside of your comfort zone. But as a result, a lot of people will follow. And the world needs more entrepreneurs. It needs more leaders. It needs more visionaries. There's enough people out there that are following. So this is a fantastic business model and career, not only to earn an incredible residual income, but to actually develop yourself as a person. And I know Jim Rohn said network marketing is the best business opportunity disguised, best self-development program disguised as a business opportunity. And that couldn't be more true. You're learning core skills here that any entrepreneur needs to build a successful business. So having said that, I know we're going to be doing these calls every week, every Monday at 8 p.m. Amelia, Kim McIsaac, even Neil Ferry, who's a fantastic trainer, is going to be doing some of the future chapters in this book. And what I really recommend and want everyone to do is make sure you read the chapters before the training. because it'll help just deepen that insight. And then after the training, also sit down and maybe skim through those chapters and see if it helps add any insight. As Peter says, you know, one of my mentors, you got to take it from a level 1 to a level 2 understanding. So deepen that information, really start to, you know, absorb it and understand it on a deeper level. And then you'll actually live and apply these principles. You know, speak to other people in your team about what you've learned. You know, when you can explain something simply, as Einstein said, then you understand it. But if you can't understand it simply, you don't understand it well enough. So having said that, Amelia, is there anything you would like to add, having been, you know, so successful in such a short period of time in the industry, of course, because I know you've just been a fantastic example of what it means to be a student.
Yes, Oliver, thank you. I just want to encourage everybody to say that you need to become a student when you want to do this business, because we all were used to corporate jobs, so we never learn the skills that we need to do and use as a professional network marketer. So we need to learn the skills, and we learn the skills by listening to mentors and people that know how to do this business. And of course, reading the GoPro book of Eric Worre, that is very, very important, like we just emphasized. And then something I want to encourage you as well is to see this as a real business. It's not just something that we are trying to do. If you get into this business with that type of mindset, I can promise you will not make it. So get into this business with a mindset of, I'm going to make a success of this business. What is very important is to also know your why. Why are you doing this business? So it's about mindset. It's about your dreams, your vision, your desires that you want in life. Also then to set goals according to your dreams, according to what your why is. And that will help you to make a success. Because believe me, down the road, maybe a month, even shorter, you might lose courage. You might think, oh, this is not working for me. But if you've got a strong why, if you've got your dreams and goals in place, you will make it. And remember, it's like running a marathon. It's like Oliver just said, playing tennis. And become a professional runner, or anything that you want to become professional in, you need to do every day. You need to apply your mind, apply your skills, apply everything every day, and you will make a success. So I think for now, Oliver, that's it from my side.
Fantastic, Amelia. And, you know, if you are a teacher or if you are a musician, whatever it is you love, just think about this as an amazing vehicle to carry on doing what you love. So if you want to be a teacher, by all means, you can just do network marketing and you could be a better teacher. You could just be better at whatever it is you want to do, because this is going to provide you the income you need to live that lifestyle. And I know Jim Rohn said 2 hours a day, working full-time hard, 2 hours a day on this, in 6 months, you could replace a traditional corporate income. You know, so if you could put in 3-4 hours a day, you could probably do that in 3 months. And if you do it full time, well, the sky's the limit. And just before we end, I'll give a couple minutes for anyone who's on the WhatsApp group, on the Skype group, or who's watching this stream live. If you want to join live, there's a live link I've just posted in the comment section below the stream. You're welcome to click and join me and Amelia, and we'll answer any questions you have. Otherwise, Amelia, just post on your groups and let's see if anyone has any questions and we can answer those. Just post them in the WhatsApp or Skype group, guys.
I'll do that.
Henry says, it says a lot that the corporate world has maintained its productivity despite the massive downsizing spree it has experienced. People work harder for the same pay. Well, yeah, that's definitely true. People are working harder, and they're generally not earning significantly higher incomes. And as I said, Henry, that's generally Well, that is because of the fact we are moving into a results-based or results-driven economy. There's a lot of demand for jobs, and there's not enough supply right now. So we have a better way, and we are giving people an opportunity to earn and live the lifestyle that they deserve.
Oliver, just for interesting sake, I've listened to very valuable training of Ray Hitchen, and we all know that Ray Hitchen is also a very, very successful online marketer and multi-level marketer in the industry.
Yes.
And he said that you know, the biggest problem that he finds with people is that they are actually afraid to make calls. Some of them actually say they hate making calls to people. And he said that a question that you should ask yourself then is which part do you hate most? Going to work, working for a boss, asking your boss for time off. When your child is sick, you need to go to the doctor, you need to ask them permission to go. You need to ask them permission to go on holiday. So he said in the beginning it was the same with him. He actually said that he lived in a house that they are about to take back. The bank, he wanted to repossess the house, and he just got into the online and network marketing, and he started phoning people because he just asked himself the question, which one of the two does he hate most?
Really?
And of course the answer was,
are you back?
Hey? Yes, I'm here. Don't you hear me?
Yeah, it was, yeah, we can hear you now. Carry on.
Okay. So yeah, so the question is just that you should ask yourself which part do you hate most, and of course it's much better to work for yourself. Pick up the phone, talk to people every day, say as little as possible to them, and like Oliver often says, get them in front of your money man. So we are always there to help you to pull the people through and sign them up.
Fantastic, Amelia. And yes, that is a great line. If you want to be successful in this industry, we say as little as possible to as many people as possible, and just put them in front of, you know, a successful upline, the money man, for example, or an effective presentation, whether that be a live presentation, a great effective opportunity webinar, a live meeting. You can never be belly to belly conversation. You know, that real physical touch will always be the best way to go about it. But with technology, we can use
Okay, it looks like Oliver is offline. It's because of bad internet connection. Sorry about that, people. Please, if you've got any more questions, feel welcome to post it on the group. I will quickly scout through the group and see if there's any questions that we can handle.
Amelia?
Yes, I can hear you, Ollie.
Great, I'm back in. So as I was saying, another question we got here from Henry. He's saying, since we are professionals, is approaching someone over Facebook considered unprofessional? And the answer is no, Henry, it's not at all. Social media marketing has actually become one of the most effective forms of marketing today. I'm sure a lot of you listening to this call know that. And marketing on Facebook is fantastic. All I do say is don't market and don't post pictures of the product all over your Facebook page. That's not professional in my opinion. There's actually a specific way about marketing on Facebook, and there's a whole lot of brilliant online courses that you can take. I know a lot. You can email me if you want if you want me to send you some information on courses that I've done for social media marketing. But in general, what I do is you know, I speak to people on Facebook and I just have a general conversation with them, and then I will set up a meeting with them or invite them to a webinar opportunity presentation. But I don't just, you know, just send them information on my business. Obviously, there's a strategic way to go about it. But the answer is yes. Do some research, maybe do some training on how to market using social media. It's definitely a very effective way, and people are building you know, big networks using Facebook and using social media. Amelia, you have anything to say on that?
Yes, it's actually what I just want to say and emphasize here is that you should be very careful to do any marketing on your normal Facebook page. You always have to rather design a fan page, okay, which you can create from your main Facebook page, because Facebook will throw you off, okay. And the moment you use words like a quick fix or or you can make millions, they're also going to kick you. Okay, so I know of several people that their account, they were kicked off Facebook. So please, people, don't do it on your personal pages. Create a fan book page. And if you need help, I know that a while ago, Oliver and myself put some training in Dropbox on Facebook. So take the time and go through that Facebook marketing. There are many people that can help you with that.
Fantastic. We have Shalene Anderson, who's just joined us on the call. So Shalene, you can speak, or you can just type your question here in this group chat where me and you are talking. I'll answer your question, and then we'll have to end the broadcast. And we will post this recording for everyone to watch, so you can also send it to anyone in your team, guys. So I know some people have had connectivity issues as we've just started using Google Hangouts.
We've got a question on Team South Africa too by Charlene Bender and Bridget. They are asking about the event Cape Town. Team on Thursday night, live event in Cape Town at the Togu Hotel, Main Street in Cape Town CBD. So if you've got any people that you want to refer there, you're much welcome to do that. And Oliver and myself are, well, Oliver is currently in Cape Town. I will join him tomorrow. Even got any other people that can't make Thursday night, you're really welcome to send them and you can send them there. Remember Saturday, this is our Jeunesse University in Johannesburg. To tell if you need to purchase tickets there. You can go onto the Facebook page of Team South Africa and you will find the link there. You need to purchase your tickets for 97 Rand, and then you can attend the training and everything else that goes with it on Saturday. Okay, so I hope that they are currently on.
Fantastic, Amelia. Thank you for that update. And just so everyone knows, the Jeunesse University on the Jeunesse University on Saturday is. The Jeunesse University on Saturday is till 5 p.m. and then from 7 to 9 p.m. there is an opportunity presentation as well for your guests. So we look forward to meeting with everyone in Cape Town on Thursday and at the university in Joburg on Saturday. And until then, we will post this recording. Please send it to everyone in your team. And thank you so much for joining us this evening.